Day 2 and we're done in Perth. Can you believe what we have just seen? Adam Peacock alongside Brad Haddin for Willow Talk. Hads, give us something at the top before we break it down in detail. What on earth has gone on here in Perth?
Well, we've witnessed one of the most extraordinary Ashes Test matches we've ever seen in 2 days. Mitch Starc set it up with the ball on day 1 and in the second innings here. 2 wickets in his first over, but Travis Head, come at the man, come at the hour. They needed an opening batsman. He stood up and he has taken this test match straight out of the grasp of England. They would have thought this is under control, but it's all about Travis Head now.
Now we're here thanks to Liquorland to break it all down here on Willow Talk, and it's score more this summer with Liquorland. Of course, choose to drink wise. It is basically the demoralisation of England. In a wider sense, I'm not sure, Hads, but it sets a tone. The first test always does. Even though we go back 12 months and it didn't here in India, Australia were able to turn it around. But how on earth do Australia capitalise on that going forward with Pat Cummins coming back in, all of that? And England, how do they turn it around? They're the big questions going out of this one.
Well, the one thing with England, I think they're one team that they'll let this go. They've got to go and sit down and talk about it. But what happened this game, they were in control of the test match for a good part of it. But it was Travis Head that turned the game on its head. He just did something that no one expected, especially the way the surface had been playing, the way England bowled in that first innings. But they got it wrong today to Travis Head. They had a plan to bowl to Travis Head short. But that's when he was batting at number 5. They kept that same plan today when he went to open, and all of a sudden the air was taken out of the ball. They didn't use what the surface had to offer. We've seen Scott Boland get the ball full today, do enough off the seam when the ball was full. England got their tactics horribly wrong today when Travis Head opened.
Now, what came first with England's quicks? So Jofra Archer was 10% down on pace, innings on innings. Was that the demoralisation set up by Travis Head, or was that purely a bowler not quite feeling it when really his team really needed him to set a tone at the top of Australia's innings?
Well, I think both the fast bowlers were a bit down on pace in the second innings. But the one thing they did, and I said it there before, their tactics were to go short to Travis Head when he batted at 5. But you've got to use the new ball on this wicket. We've seen that the whole test match. They got their tactics so wrong with the way they used that new ball. They should have got the ball full, getting the batsman to hit down the ground. Once Travis Head got in and got used to the pace of the surface, there was actually no stopping him. No matter where the field was, whether short, full, he just dictated the control of the game. But England got it so wrong with their tactics.
Yeah, it's incredible because at the innings break we're thinking 205, we're all dancing around going, oh no, this could be a bit difficult, and then Travis Head did what he did. The platform though that he shared alongside Jake Weatherald, a lot of leaves from Jake Weatherald early on. How did you find his foray into Test cricket in terms of scoring runs? Missed out the first innings, played a role here.
Played his role. That's exactly what you needed. Yet you had Travis Head at the top, and I think that benefited Jake also. He's played a lot of cricket. He's grown up with Trav, and I think just walking out there, you could see when he got the first run, there was a fist pump, and I think Travis Head's demeanour relaxed him. And when he got into his innings, he only got 20 on, but what he did, he put on 75, and all of a sudden, the game was taken away from England. They set up the game, and he played his role perfectly with Travis Head.
Is that the first fist pump you've seen for getting off the mark? It was literally getting off the mark in Test cricket. You don't blame him.
Well, he's enjoying every bit of it. He enjoyed the lead-up. I was listening to him going into the first test, and they're talking about the Barmy Army and pressure of an Ashes campaign, and he said, oh, how good would it be for the Barmy Army to remember my name and give me a sledge? So he's taken everything in his stride. He's going to have a great couple of days now, couple of hours in the change room, great couple of days with the team, but the way he played his role out there in the second innings after the disappointment of the first, that's top class.
Yeah, they're good mates, Travis said. Obviously, Jake shared a lot of time with him in the South Australia dressing room, and he's gone on to do what he has been able to do. And there he is, Travis Head right behind us. Well done, Trav. Drinking waters. Don't think that's going to continue just quietly. Anyway, it was the biggest partnership of the game. And it was the match-defining partnership in the end. It was 75, and obviously Trav and Marnus went beyond that by the end, but it felt really, really big. It was little things as well, Hads, from England's point of view, and we'll get on to England, what they did with the bat. I was down here on the boundary when Trav started to really get going. and Karsk was moved 5 feet to his left, really fine at fine leg. And what happens? Travis Head goes whooshka, and the ball would have gone directly down his throat if he didn't move. Now, do those things only happen when you don't have momentum in a game of cricket?
Or you could look at the other way. Travis Head knew exactly where the field was. But what happened with England from a tactic point of view is they had a real clear plan in the first innings. And what they underestimated is how the Australians were going to solve those problems. And what they did, they found a way to score. They had obviously spoken about how England were going to bowl. And then they counter-attacked that. And what we've seen then is England didn't have an answer. They didn't have a plan P. They went in with no spin bowler. Joe Root bowled the last over. But they had no plan to when Australia got on top of those tactics.
Yeah. Did Travis Head book himself a spot at the top of the order? Like, that's the question everyone's asking. Usman Khawaja, he's obviously come under a lot of fire for a round of golf that's parlayed into a spasm, parlayed into missing out on batting in the second innings. So we don't know the full story about how severe this back spasm has been, or indeed it's masking something else. But what does this mean for the future of the order of the Australian batting lineup in Test 2, 3, 4, etc.?
Well, the future of the order doesn't change. What we've seen today is a senior player stand up in Travis Head. Usman has had some back trouble throughout the Test match. We've seen when he walked off, that catch went just over his head. He's jumped up to try to get a hand on it, landed uncomfortable on his back. But he'll come back in for the next Test match. Travis Head stood up when he had to. One of his teammates went down. And today it was just one of those great Australian moments. We witnessed something special. It's not about Usman getting injured, having a back spasm. He'll be back for the second Test, no doubt about that. But what Travis Head did today under pressure for his country was unbelievable. It's actually hard to put into words on how he stood up, took England on. He knew what was coming. He took England on, walked out. He just had to see by the way he walked out. He walked out with a presence, and then he just put on a show. It
was incredible. So, I mean, about a 10-minute walk that way is the whacker, and Adam Gilchrist went berserk against England back in 2006-7. That was the quickest ever Ashes century. This was, I think, third on the rankings from Travis Head. But you have witnessed some amazing innings by Australians in big moments, be it one-day World Cups, be it Test matches, with it all on the line. In terms of the acceleration and the sheer lack of fear that Travis Head showed, can you put something near to it that you remember, you think, this reminds me of this, or is it purely, I've never seen this before?
Well, we've seen some extraordinary innings in big events, and Ashes first Test, it doesn't get any bigger, but the way he stood up and the way he won the game and took England on, they were intimidating bowlers there, England. They had 4 guys that bowled over 140 Ks. They dominated the first part of the first day of this test. Only went 2 days. You can't say dominated the first couple of days, but the way he just stood up, walked out when his team needed someone to stand up, it doesn't get more Australian than that.
And Marnus, his role in it, he kind of jumped on the Travis Head momentum train, didn't he? And he was playing shots that I don't think he's played in a Test match for a very long time.
What we've seen with Marnus is someone that was extremely confident where his game's at. He came out, he worked off the back of Travis Head, and he played his role. He put on 100 partnership, and he kept the momentum going. And that's what you want from your number 3. What he did in the first innings was a big thing as well. You can't underestimate what he also did. He came into the team, he's been playing well to get back into this team after 18 months, and then to come in, have to open the batting. The result didn't go his way, but he came back out today in his number 3 spot, and he showed the form that we've seen from Marnus in the last couple of months to get back into this team.
Okay, let's switch to England in a greater sense, and especially their efforts with the bat. You've touched on them with the ball about their tactics, getting their tactics wrong. So at 1 for 59, you're thinking, okay, we could be here at stumps and they could be in a damn good position. What happened?
What happened was an outstanding spell from Scotty Boland. And what Australia did really, really well in this first Test match is learn from the first innings, both batting and bowling. And Scotty Boland was no better example than that. If you've seen, he got the big wickets of Pope, Brook, and Root. But what he did, he got his length right. And what he did with his length also, he had to take the length to fist stump. He took it wider. England, he knows, are coming hard at him. So he took it wide, he got the wickets caught behind the wicket, and most of the wickets in Australia's second innings were caught behind England, Nick, but it was the way he summed up conditions after the first innings. He was put under pressure in that first innings.
6 for an over.
But the way he came back, got his areas right, and made England come to him. He went wide knowing that they would come, eventually got the result, class bowling.
You noticed something with Ben Duckett, even though Ben Duckett laid a little bit of a platform for England, but did that, in a way, on reflection, sum up a bit of, I don't know, anxiousness or something, some over-eagerness? Explain it to our listeners and viewers.
Well, what I've seen with Ben Duckett in the first innings, he walked into the line of Scott Boland, and I thought he was playing beautifully till he got out. In the second innings, he charged. He moved away outside leg stump and he danced down the wicket. So from the first innings to the second, he changed the way he was going to play. He walked into the line in the first innings and played beautifully down the ground. In the second innings, he gave himself room and threw his hands at the ball. So he didn't play the same way from the first innings to the second, and that's a win too, also for Scotty Boland.
What about Mitch Starc, how he went about it? I mean, we said what we said about him yesterday, but can you add to that?
Mate, I can't. Well, he deserves man of the match. And the best thing what Mitch did this test match, yes, he got 10 wickets. And he bowled beautifully. He got wickets in his first over. The ball swung. He used his bouncer well. He did everything well. But he was under pressure coming into this test match. You had no Cummo, no Hazelwood. Yes, you had Scotty Boland at one end. You had Doggett at the other, who'd been bowling well in state cricket. But he had to stand up. He's a senior man of the attack, and that's exactly what he did. And that shows the class of the man as well. In a big occasion, first Ashes test, he's lost his partners, but give me the ball, everyone. Scotty, Green, Doggett, follow me.
And they did. A reminder that Mitch Starc also played golf the day before the test match as well. So everyone bagging Australian cricketers for playing golf before test matches.
Well,
I'm not
tactically,
so sure.
The golf move won us the test match.
Take us through that theory.
Well, the best tactical move of the test match was when Uzi hurt his back and had to come off in the second innings, and Travis Head walked out to open. So hats off to the golf game.
And Mitch Starc was relaxed before the test match.
Exactly right.
Played a bit of golf and took a 10-for. Thanks very much.
Mate, enjoy the next 3 days of golf, boys. You deserve it.
You know that Brendan McCullum is a positive human being when it comes to getting his message across to his team. How on the planet that we walk on, is he positive with his team after what's happened today?
Well, he only has to look at the first game, first day.
Yep.
And the thing, the way he looks at the cricket, he's not going to overcomplicate what happened. He's going to keep things simple and say, we just got caught out in an unbelievable innings.
Yeah.
And I don't think he'll go any further than that. He'll pick out the good parts, and then I'd imagine he'll sit with his leaders and say, this is what we've got to look at, but he won't overcomplicate what just happened.
What did also just happen, by the way, sorry to interrupt you, but Isha Gul wanted to be part of the podcast. She didn't realise she was walking through a shot there. But anyway, we move on. So it's a massive job. I mean, you've been demoralised in test matches and bounced back. What do England do with the extra 3 days? And an obvious problem with, how they went about it with the bat. How do they correct that in the lead up? They've got a tour match, I do believe, the Prime Minister 11. I mean, that becomes pretty important right now. Or does it?
No, not really. The one thing in that change room under Stokes and McCullum, I don't think they're going to overcomplicate it. And the one thing they've done for a long period of time is trust their style. And that there's no point now, after trusting that style for so long, is second-guessing all your planning. That's the worst thing you can do. The worst thing you can do is go and over-analyse what just happened. The game only went 2 days. So if they go in and they look at too much, they won't over-analyse this at all.
I'll tell you what felt like it nearly went a day and a half was the review on the Jamie Smith dismissal. Shafadullah, the third umpire, it was fair to say he took his time. Did they end up with the right call?
I think in the end the right decision was made, and I think Jamie Smith's reaction showed that as well. He walked halfway off the field when he's seen the replay come up on the screen. He would have felt it on the edge. Travis Head was at bat pad And that man could do no wrong today, so he knew exactly what had happened. So I think
probably before it happened.
Yeah, I think in the end the right decision got made.
Yeah. So a reminder of the rule is that if it's within a frame on Snicko showing up on the screen, they take that into account, that the synchronisation of audio and visual is not absolute. So there's a frame each way. Now, in a frame term, there's 25 frames per second. So it's literally so quick. But that's why he came to the decision. I'd just love to know why it took him 20 minutes to find out.
I'm going to take the Brendan McCullum approach to this answer.
Yeah?
He hit it. Do not overcomplicate what you just seen out in the middle. Yes, we can go through frame by frame. It hit it.
Yeah.
He moved on. And we know from his reaction as well.
Quick drinks break here. Thanks to Liquorland at the first test, which is over in 2 days. Back in a moment with a few details about the cap I'm wearing. Also some questions from our secret cricket club members. Welcome back from the drinks break on Willow Talk. I didn't plug this before the break because I wasn't sure if he'd still be willing to chat instead of getting in there to celebrate. But Mitch Starc, the man of the match, the bowler got the man of the match even though a batter just went berserk at the
isn't it? That surprised us too.
It surprised you?
Yeah.
Awesome, mate. You just said before we started recording that you've played 101 of these things now. Have you ever been involved in, does anything remotely kind of compare to
Not like that.
the previous 100?
No way. Even the 100th one, which was fast forward, I've not seen anything like that. Travis Head, unbelievable.
What did the wicket have in it for you guys that made it work so well, especially you coming out of your hand, the ball?
Yesterday or today?
It's not exactly a huge time
No,
frame.
I think yesterday had a little bit more in it.
Yeah.
We had a pretty dog ball, but 19 wickets fallen a day. It's going to be a bit in it for bowlers. Today, I think it got a bit firmer at the back end yesterday. We certainly had a better ball in the second innings. We saw some swing, which we didn't see in the first innings. Still had a bit of sideways movement, and Scotty was fantastic today. I think Brendan was great across both innings in his first test. There was just enough there to make life tough, and we know that they're going to play an aggressive brand of cricket, so there's going to be opportunities. And thankfully, we took most of them. Yeah. And then Trav takes it on. I think even at the end there, boys said the wicket was pretty good. But yeah, when it's your day, it's your day. And Travis said it was his day.
Yeah, we'll get to him in a moment. But who chose the balls?
I don't know about the second innings.
Yeah.
Normally the test ball's picked by Bolo and Ronnie.
Yeah.
And even they were unhappy with how it was. Yeah. I've got it in my bag. It's I've never seen a ball more out of shape.
You took 7 with it.
Yeah, I know. Don't know how. Got lucky.
So the second innings, who put their hand up to choose it after?
I think it was still them.
It was still them, yeah.
It was certainly Ronnie had some oversight to it. I don't know who else was with him, but much better ball. It swung.
Yep.
Stayed in better shape.
Yeah.
Scotty was phenomenal. Nipped it both ways. Yeah, it was great.
Notice one thing when Ben Stokes come to the crease, both innings, you grab the ball again.
Yeah.
It's been talked about, obviously, but what about the matchup? Not that you like him, you know he's a class player, he's fantastic, he's awesome for England, he's their leader, but what suits you in the matchup?
I don't actually know. I've got a few right, I guess. Good bit of luck. I don't know. I don't know if it's left arm bowler, left arm batter. I don't really know. It's the same normally when Rudy comes out to bat, you normally bring Josh Hazlewood on. So didn't have that opportunity this week, and I had a chance. So I'll give it to someone else next week maybe. But I don't know. It's sometimes you just have a good matchup for whatever reason, and I've been fortunate enough to. We've had some good battles, and we've both probably beaten the other at times. But I've certainly had a bit of a luck of the green this week.
Now, Travis Head, was that? Look, I don't know, were you in there when he said, I'll do it? Or, I'll go to the top? Was that always the plan? Was that the directive? How did it play out there?
I don't know if it was told or it was he asked for it. I do know, and I've heard the quote from a few people. I wasn't in the room. He said as he was putting his pads on, it can't be that hard, let's get after him. He got after him.
He keeps it simple, doesn't he, Travis? He doesn't overthink things.
Pretty well, yeah.
Oh, man. What did you think when... have you got a favourite shot out of all that? There's a fair few to choose from. What were you thinking when he's just humming along?
Flashbacks of him in orange for Hyderabad, perhaps. I don't know. especially when Dan Vittori's down there sitting with me watching, and Pat Cummins is next to me. They're thinking of the same thing, I think. But I don't know, the carve over backward point for 6 or the flat bat back over Joff's head. I'm not sure, but you can name any one of them. I think. Yeah. What do you say? That sometimes it's just, as the opposition, you've got to say well done. But
yeah.
When it's your day, it's your day.
And fair play to the Barmy Army as well. They got up and said, well done, when he got his ton. Like, that's a pretty remarkable scene, seeing the entire crowd, including the opposition fans, get up as well. But you got that in your pocket. That's pretty cool, isn't it? You didn't get to celebrate 100 here, and I know we talked to you before that, and you go, well, it's a test match, whatever, it's 100. But 101, man of the match, happy days.
I got the 100th as well, but anyway.
Yeah. Are you back to back? Of course you are. You're on a Haddie to Adelaide. What's
Brisbane.
Brisbane. I'm already thinking of Adelaide. I was thinking, oh, wait a minute.
It is pink ball, but it's Brisbane.
Pink ball. Mitch Starc.
You're already thinking about golf tee times. Don't lie.
Yeah, I am. I was just going to ask that. What's now the extended break?
I might have to do some workload bowling. I don't know. No. Nathan Lyon will. 2 overs for the game. I don't know. We don't get our flights as quickly as you blokes do, but
oh no, there's a clamour on up.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be. It's I think we'll enjoy these couple of days. It's been a big build up for both groups. There's been a lot made outside the groups, and we've thoroughly enjoyed these 2 days. We've obviously got 2 debutants as well, so I think we'll enjoy it for them. But yeah, a little bit of an extended gap between the next one. It's a pink ball, so a bit of extra prep. I think the English have a tour game, so
yes, Prime Minister's 11.
Okay, yeah, so back to Sydney, maybe a round of golf or 2. Get on the mower.
Yes, your favourite place on earth.
And away we go.
Catch up with how the Sydney Sixers are going in the WBBL.
Yep.
Fair bounce back from them.
Oh, they got up today? I had to hand my phone in, so I couldn't see.
Yes, they got up. They got up. So
perfect. It's been a good day.
Happy wife, happy life, mate.
Exactly right.
Well done. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Cheers.
Hey, Hads, there's been 2 draws in 34 test matches in 2025 so far. Should we stop thinking that test cricket is a 5-day pursuit? In all honesty, like, it's judged on what we think test cricket is, not what it actually is now in the T20 era. Is that a fair call?
Well, there's definitely going to be no drawn test matches unless weather's involved in this series.
Wouldn't have thought so. Even though there was a drawn test match thanks to a pitch condition, and they played 25 days of cricket in the England-India series, but I just get the feeling it's going to be something similar. We're going to have an average of 3-day tests this series.
I think we're going to see test matches that go 5 days, but what we're going to see is entertainment.
Yeah.
I know everyone will be disappointed that this test match should have went longer. It was nothing to do with the wicket. Yeah. It was to do with the style of play both teams play. But I think the one thing we were entertained, and that's the best thing. That's what you want from test match cricket.
I will say that Cricket Australia's Todd Greenberg is up there in the fetal position somewhere with 3 days of lost revenue from the grandstands. But anyway, that's the way it goes. Secret Cricket Club. We've had some great responses, Hads, from our Willow Talk family on the Secret Cricket Club. JP Gavin, obviously, friend of the show, asked, is Starc about to have a Mitch Johnson series from 2013-14?
Well, I hope so. Everything's leading to that. He was outstanding this test match. We'd imagine as the test match series goes on, he gets his partners in crime back and he'll get even better.
He's got a bloody big bruise on his shin after stopping one with his shin.
That won't hurt tonight.
Oh, it won't hurt tonight, but tomorrow?
No, not for the least 2 days.
Ryan asks, does this mean Head opens in Brisbane and Webster back in the squad? I think we've already answered that. You want him. Everyone just chill out and keep him at 5.
Yeah, just take a step back. Usman hurt his back this test match. It's disappointing. Let's hope that he's right for the next test.
Caitlin, I think she sent this after the end of the England innings today, not after the Australia innings. Is Test cricket meant to be this stressful to watch? Because up until that point, it was a bloody stressful watch.
Well, I don't know if I was that stressed today. After Travis Head got to 50, it was an enjoyable day of cricket. Before then, it was stressful.
Yeah.
But once Travis Head got to 50, it was a great day to watch cricket.
Yeah, from when he got to that and you knew he was in a rhythm, the wicket looked like it had gone from a hornet's nest into a block of concrete. There was no movement whatsoever. It was just like, oh, where's this going to go? What part is it going to go? It's fantastic to watch. Chris said, did Australia win this or did England lose it?
That's a good question. I think Australia, England had their hands on this Test match till Travis Head walked out.
Yeah, that's about fair. Absolutely, it was in the balance, wasn't it? Just wild fluctuations. Even though we're only here for, we're here for a good time, not a long time. Put it that way. Miss Piggy asks, who is your man of the match? That's a hard one, isn't it?
I can't go past Mitchell Starc. He set up this result. Travis Head finished it off, but Mitchell Starc set it up. And not a lot of the time the bowlers get noticed in front of the batters, so I'm giving it to Mitchell Starc.
Yeah, especially when a guy has 123 off about 70 pills or whatever it was. So, yeah, fantastic. Now, read that, Hads. What does that say? Edgewater Cricket Club. It's a cool little cricket club in the north side of Perth, and Mark, their man, who was wearing the one-day uniform.
He was just behind us.
There he is. He's up there with the Akuba on. Mark handed this over to me today, so it's added to the collection for Willow Talk, but it's great to see so many club cricket hats out here, and obviously a few waiting around for autographs with the Australian team. So, Hads, without further ado, what's the plans now that we've got 3 days? You'll get home early, but how early? Are you going to jump straight away, or are you just going to enjoy tonight?
It'd be disappointing not to enjoy this Test match.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll leave it at that.
We'll have a couple of lemonades, a quiet couple of lemonades. Thanks for joining us on Willow Talk. First test is done here in Perth, incredibly, after 2 days. Of course, we're travelling around the country. Make sure you hit us up with the Secret Cricket Club hats.
You're a journalist.
Yeah?
What's the headline tomorrow?
Oh, I'd love to do something with the word head and something to do with England's main batsman, but I don't think...
do it. You're clever enough.
Yeah, but I might get in trouble for it, especially from my wife, so I'll just say, how good. That's all I'll say. How good. That's Willow Talk from Perth. See us. Yeah, thanks for watching the Willow Talk podcast on YouTube. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't have to miss an episode wherever you are. And while you're at it, check out these videos up here. They're mostly good.